What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Rocky Road Podcast, sponsored by Spirit Quench Your Juice. Quench your spirit.
Are you supposed to quench your spirit?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think Paul says not to quench your spirit.
Then we're going to check in with the PR team, but
Already got us messed up.
Get the juice. But as always, I'm Trey. This is Rick. And you know we got to ask a question. What's the jersey of the day?
Jersey of the day is a LeBron James Los Angeles Lakers jersey. This is, I guess one of his more iconic, famous jerseys.
Boo.
He's actually worn two different numbers with the Lakers. So when he got there, he was number 23. Then the year they won the finals, like halfway during the season, he was like, I want to change my number to 6.
Because he's lying.
But you can't do that mainly because of Nike and the production of the jerseys. You have to get your number in before a certain date. And then I want to say the next year, he switched to number 6, which is where when Westbrook came on the team. And then he had to go back to number 23 because
Bill Russell.
Yeah,
I know ball.
They all so he's back to number 23 now.
Yeah. Not going to lie. Not a fan of his jersey. I am. Fun fact, I am a LeBron hater. I have a very valid reason of being a LeBron hater.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like LeBron, though. Don't care for him. He flops. He beat Harden in his only finals he ever been to. Shout out OKC.
Facts. That was a good. I didn't realize how good those all 5 games were, like really really close. So except one of them, but they were that was a closer finals. I was 6 at the time. In that finals.
I don't know how old I was, but I was mad. That Miami Heat team was stacked for no reason. It shouldn't have. It was so dumb.
In fact, that Miami Heat LeBron jersey is my first ever jersey like someone gave me.
So Rhett's officially an op on this podcast.
See, I don't know why I have so many LeBron. I have a bunch of LeBron jerseys.
You're a Kyrie fan, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a Kyrie fan, but I have no Cavs LeBron.
That's lame.
I don't know why I have so many LeBrons, but I just happened to get them.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But
it is LeBron is one of the greatest though.
No,
I think. I personally have a 1A, 1B between Jordan and LeBron. They're both great respectively. But
I plead my Fifth Amendment.
But moving on from that, we have bigger fish to fry actually. What did you text me today at around noon? Noonish.
Noon?
Yeah, noonish. First you called me. Then you texted me.
Because I'm going to say this, and we do have bigger fish to fry. Dating in 2020, no. Dating is stupid. We as a whole, as a collective, not me. We as a collective have ruined dating from what it was back in the day to what it is now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you was able to give 3 cows, a chicken, and a goat. Now I got to do a 6-month talking stage. Then I got to put in an application. I got to get 3 references, a background check. It's just too complicated.
That is true.
Too many steps.
There are a lot of steps to dating nowadays. But imagine if it was like Jacob, when he had to go work 14 years, and then he gets bamboozled, hoodwinkled by bro's
sister.
Yeah, it was her sister, but the dad of the daughters. He said, "Oh, the firstborn gotta get married first." So then you work all that time, and I assume they didn't have a wedding because the Bible says that he found out when they were when they went to like the room together, and I said, "You're not Rachel.
You're not the girl I've been working for 7 years." But some of us in 2026 are still Jacob. He's a yearner, and we shout out all the yearners in 2026. He worked for 7 years, did dirty, and then said, forget that, I'm working for 7 more years, and then got with his girl. And it says when they kissed, he sobbed.
It did?
Yeah, when they kissed for the first time, he sobbed. Dang. I can't pull that up. Like, it's in there, though. Yeah. I know for sure.
Shout out Jacob.
Boaz,
Ruth.
And Ruth, he knew Ruth loved the Lord, and he took care of her, and all that. Yeah. And they ended up together. Mm-hmm. It was so simple back then. It was
It was.
well. It was simpler than now.
Yeah.
I say that because Jacob got.
There's a lot. I think there's a lot more distractions nowadays, especially with social media. Everyone wants to. First off, everyone wants to compare their relationships, saying, "Oh, does my relationship look like this? Does it look like that?" And then everyone's trying to put out an image of their relationships.
Yeah.
And then someone will be on Instagram and say, "Oh, I like this person." Well, now this person gets jealous, and then that gets into a whole fight and everything.
Yeah, back in the day, my grandpa ain't had to worry about that.
Nah.
He saw my grandma. They got married. They had kids. They retired.
Facts.
Easy. No Instagram. Didn't have to worry about nobody sliding in my grandma DMs.
Facts.
If they were sending a letter by pigeon, I don't think
I
don't think it was getting there in time.
Mm-hmm.
But now we got to worry about IG, Snapchat, iMessage, TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, you have a whole long distance relationship.
Yeah, it's
Which
shout out.
shout out me, I guess. Long distance. So.
Oh, that was great. But no, it's we were told one time, and it may be a little controversial, but we were told one time that the Lord only sees two type of zones. You got single, you got married.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge talking stages or nothing like that. You're either single or you're married. So in the eyes of the Lord, you ain't taking till you put a ring on it.
So is dating unbiblical?
I'll watch my mouth when it comes to that. Is dating unbiblical is a great question.
I don't know the answer, so don't ask us that question.
I don't know why you asked me.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I have a very unpopular opinion when it comes to dating.
Mm-hmm.
Because now dating is when you're in a relationship, when you're a boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's not what I believe. I believe when you're talking, that's when you're texting, getting to know each other. The second you go on your first date, that's when you're dating.
Yeah.
The second y'all go to McDonald's or Dairy Queen or Sonic or Briquettes or to the fair talk, whenever y'all go on that first date, that's when you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when y'all make it official, you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But there's talking, there's going on dates, which is dating.
Yeah.
In a relationship, engaged, married, which is still way too many steps.
Yeah. I could say I feel the whole stages of dating, but I got with my girlfriend in high school. So we just saw each other and were like, "Hey, you're cute." And then we went bowling, and then we started holding hands.
Slight flex.
Facts.
How long? 6 years?
4.
4. Oh,
This
that was way off.
This December will be 5.
Slight flex. Yeah, I was reading on TikTok on my lunch break, and this is what kind of got me into the whole thing. Someone said, imagine if God made Adam, and then when he made Eve, Adam was like, yeah, no, you got to like my IG post. Like, you got to like my story, and then you got to, you got to slide in the DMs. But he made Eve, and Adam wasn't like, hey, make sure she's blonde hair, blue eyes, 5'9", wears country boots. Like, God made her and was like, hey, this your wife. And dude was like, bet. So let's do it.
Loved her.
And I don't know, sometimes I feel like, and I can be too, I feel like we're too picky. So sometimes we miss the blessings or the people that God may have for us. I was talking at work, and a guy goes, he was like, Trey, you might just end up in the Paul season. He's like, Paul was single. I looked at him. I said, Paul probably looked at the way y'all are doing dating, said y'all can have that stress for this. Because, I don't know, that whole thing is, it's stretched out now.
I was going to bring up Paul because he is by far in the Bible the goats of the ministry. But he never had a wife, but he was still able to have an impact on the kingdom of God. Yeah. And I think ultimately it just comes down to the Lord's going to put someone there for your life, in your life, for most people. But if he doesn't, be content in it. Although it will suck. Definitely, it will suck.
Facts.
But ultimately, we just got to understand the Lord has a bigger plan for our lives. And you got to think, like, especially with Paul, let's say he did have a wife and kids, and he's traveling to Rome. It was a couple years he would have been gone.
Yeah.
So he would have either had to, take them with him, or he would have had to leave them behind. And then what would that say about his character in that sense?
I know when I was talking about it, he brought up Paul. And the one thing I want to think of is if he had a wife and kids, would that have been a distraction to his ministry? Because we've heard it time and time before when we talked about worship and idols. Being married is a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. I mean, whoever's married is blessed.
The Lord's made marriage as something to be very sacred of.
Facts. But once you let your wife and or husband, both genders here, once you let them start taking that spot to where God should be at, then are you letting them distract you from your ministry and your calling? And are they taking away your time with the Lord? And if they are, then it's time for a little sit down, a little heart check.
Some hard questions need to be asked.
Hard conversations need to be had.
That's what when you talk about dating, you need to find someone that's going to help you grow closer to the Lord. Because ultimately, if your relationship with the Lord isn't growing, then they are hindering you. Yeah. And the Lord's not going to call you to a season of life where you're not growing in him. Yeah. So we need to check if our relationship is keeping us away from him, leading us into sin, leading us into temptation. That's where some hard questions need to be asked, like, hey, I know you like this person, or I know you love this person, but ultimately your relationship, eternity matters more than a relationship. Yeah.
And at that point, it doesn't just go to girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. It goes to your friendships as well, because your friendships very much can hinder your walk with the Lord and stop you from growing. I mean, if you're with this group doing X, Y, and Z, they're stopping you from your growth. Maybe it's time to have a sit-down realization talk with them. Hey, is this who I should be around? Am I hurting my witness to them? What should I be doing? Where should I be right now?
I don't know. I've been in those friend groups before.
Yeah.
Where they're hurting your walk, and a lot of it just has to go to like peer pressure. Yeah. You wanna hang out with people that you think is cool, so you try to do that. But then you quickly realize as you're trying to do that, what God says and what they're doing contradict each other, and butt up against each other. So that's something you got to be mindful of. And there's no problem to remove yourself from that group, because that's what God, the Lord, tells you to do. You know? Yeah.
What's harder is that when you do remove yourself, and I'm dealing with this right now, when you remove yourself from that friend group and then you grow, and now you try to circle your way back in, now being a witness, now showing them, now trying to spread his word, now it's a little harder for them to, one, accept you, because you're not like them anymore. You don't do the things that you used to do. And two, I mean, it's harder to try to get back in that friend group and not fall into those same temptations that you were doing. And just be a witness and talk to them and try to lead them down the path, or try to help lead them down the path that you've been on. I mean, it's not up to us if they follow the Lord or not. Of course, it's just for us to plant that seed. But always trying to circle back into that friend group and be that light for the Lord is a tough thing to do.
It is hard because, and especially with them being your friends, you do care for them. Yeah. And then ultimately, the best way to care for anybody is to share the gospel with them. Yeah. But whenever, maybe the Lord is calling you out of that friend group, you go out of it, there's still a part of you that always does want to go back and try to attempt to share the gospel with them, which is ultimately all we can do, is attempt. All we can do is try to have that conversation, and hopefully the Holy Spirit will start a conversation, light a flame in their heart to want to have a conversation. And it is tough, because those are those people that you really do care about a lot. You know, I have some of my old high school friends. I've been praying for them for 3 years. Yeah. 3 years now, and I'm I'm still trying to find my way to circle back in. I thought I had it this past week where we're all going to go to the beach, kind of get together, and I was going to use that as a time to reconnect. But then the weather.
Yeah.
Mobile weather. Okay. It has rained for the past 3 Saturdays in a row.
And I love it. Sadly, I love
I
it.
hate it because, well, part of it's because baseball tournament's going around, and they're having to play on Mondays and Tuesdays now. And I feel for the kids because
Kids are in summer. They are chilling.
well, I know when I was there, I wanted my video game done. I was also a degenerate.
I will say I need it to rain for one more Saturday because it's always rained every year on my birthday. And I needed to keep it.
Your birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
You want to sing happy birthday?
Not at all.
Okay, we want to sing it today.
I will be 23.
Yes.
Sadly.
23. That's the GOAT.
That's Michael Jordan. Yes, the GOAT.
That's why I wore 23 today.
Isn't that why you wore 23?
It actually is, bro. I thought, yeah. So I was trying to. I don't have any Michael Jordan jerseys. If I had one, I would have. I did look for Michael Jordan. I found this sketchy website, probably a scam, but it wasn't gonna come in on time. So I bought a different jersey instead.
No, we don't ever trust a sketchy website.
Thanks.
But real quick, quick story time. Because we were talking about voice crack. That was horrible. We were talking about trying to loop back into our friends. And there's a guy I work with. You know him. And he's agnostic. He wants something to believe in, but he wants proof. And I was watching a Bryce Crawford video, and he was going around, he was asking people, if God could show you a miracle to believe, what would it be? Mm-hmm. And it's been itching on my heart to ask him, because he says he's waiting for proof.
Yeah.
I kind of want to wait for that moment and just ask him, like, hey, that proof, like if God could give you proof right now, what would you ask for to be your proof? Like, what would you want to see? What would get you to open your eyes and believe? Mm-hmm. But a problem, I'm bringing this up for this, a problem we see with people trying to circle back into our friend group, we're always trying to find the perfect time.
Thanks.
That perfect time, and it's too many people here, or, oh, no, we're doing this. I don't want to, like, bring the mood down. Sometimes you just got to shoot the ball.
Facts. There is no perfect time.
Yeah.
That's what I realized. I realized that when we went on the Atlanta trip to Mission, and then we started our little side quest Tuesday and trying to spread the gospel there. There is never a perfect time to share the gospel because sharing the gospel is not normal, and there's always a million excuses you can say.
Yeah.
The first excuse is they look like they're going about their day. Just let them be. And then
my favorite one.
Then you have there's too many people around. Oh, they're dealing with kids. Oh, this, that, the third. Or what if the Target security comes to get me?
W ball.
Yeah.
W Lord drop.
But there's never a perfect moment.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking about perfect, I'm talking about more. It's just like how Jesus lived a perfect life, no fault. There's never a perfect moment. You just gotta do it.
I know both of us coach different sports, but I know y'all say it in basketball because I've heard it and I've said it all the time in football. If you wait for your perfect moment on a field or on a court to take a shot or to make a tackle, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah,
kid. Like you can't. One thing I'll say about sharing the gospel that I've learned, especially from you for the Atlanta trip. You can't be scared to make mistakes. Like, you're going to go out there, you're going to stutter, your voice is going to crack, you're going to be sweaty, you're going to be nervous. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because it's not about you who gets the glory. Slight side story. I learned that from you. Do you want to tell it?
So, this is my first ever mission trip, and this is not my first time sharing the gospel, but this is my first time going up to somebody in a random place, someone random to share the gospel with. I go up to the person. I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" Bro runs away. Bro, so there's
how old was bro?
He had to be like 13. And then I guess his dad and granddad came over, and I was like, "Hey, how are y'all doing today? I just I told him what we're doing. We're on a mission trip. Just want to ask if we could pray for y'all, and
Yeah.
he was like, no, shoot, kind of like that French like like shoot, go, and you could like tell in their voice they were like visibly upset at me.
Yeah.
Bro hid in the trees, so there was like a hill, and then there was like trees right here. He sprinted down the hill, hid in the trees, and was like peeking.
Mind you, we're all like,
they're all looking.
Yeah, we're all like at least 20 feet away.
Yeah.
And we're watching, and this, honestly, it's a hilarious story, but I seen Rhett do that. And Rhett was one of the first people to, like, attempt to share the gospel on this trip. And I watched that, and I was like, dang, that was horrible. Like, that sucked.
But what it prepared me for rejection.
Factual.
So on that trip, we kind of learned of a system: red light, yellow light, green light. And you told me this one time. It's almost better to experience a red light first to experience that rejection first, so then you know, okay, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
That's the best red light you could have got.
It made it very clear.
But I mean, throwing yourself out there like that is just how you get it done. Like you're never gonna find the perfect person to share with. And if you do, maybe you're not sharing with the right person.
If your heart's not pounding, if your palms aren't sweaty, it's.
I mean, I had one of those moments. Like I'm talking about, I was nervous. Quick side story, and then I'll let you go into the word of the day. It was right before a D group, and I was sitting in the Winn-Dixie parking lot. I think I was waiting on you to actually bring me my discipleship or the discipleship book. And I see a guy in my rearview mirror walking up. And I can tell, like, this guy's limping. He has, like, messed up clothes. And, like, the first thing I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, God, please don't walk up to my car. Like, please don't. I don't got nothing. Like, leave me. Like, I'm just here waiting for a guy to bring a book. Well, he comes up to the car, of course. And I kind of, like, start up the car, and I roll down my window just a little bit. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, you got anything that could help me? And I was like, no, I ain't got no money, man. Like, because I don't carry cash. So I was like, I don't have no money. I don't got nothing. Well, then he starts to turn and walk away. And kind of what he asked kind of ran through my head. He was like, do you have something that could help me? He didn't say, do you need money? I assumed that he needed money. Yeah. So shout out the Holy Spirit. Talk about conviction. It, like, punched me in the face. So I turned around, and I had these Bibles in my back seat. And I handed him one. I was like, hey, I don't have money, but I have this. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I already have a Bible. Like, I have a small one, but I've been really looking for a study Bible. Yeah. Well, I'm like, I don't got no study Bible. I was like, and then the Lord was like, hey, you do got one that they handed you at YLC, the little smaller one. Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, I didn't use it. So I went up under my seat, grabbed it. Yeah. It's like, hey, I got this. And I ended up having a gospel conversation with him and praying with him right then and there. But that whole scenario made me think, what if I was waiting on the perfect person? Like someone to walk up, suit and tie, briefcase, look all snazzy, like someone not, I won't say scary because he was a great guy, but someone who didn't make me anxious.
Your ideal presentable person.
Because if that happens, now I'll never talk to him. Now I'll never get to know what he wants me to pray for. Now I'll never pray for him in that parking lot. I never talk to half the people I shared the gospel with. If I'm sitting here waiting on, okay, I need this perfect shot. I need this perfect moment. It has to be here at this time when I'm wearing this. You know me, I love my outfits. Yeah. I love to look good. I have on a bad outfit right now, but I love to look good. Yeah. I've talked to people in some horrible outfits, drenched in sweat after a workout. But if I'm waiting for my perfect moment, I never get to talk or meet any of those people.
I think also it's important. Sometimes you gotta meet them in whatever situation they're at. Like you met him in his situation. You know, the parking lot at Winn-Dixie's is not an ideal place. No. You know, I went to someone's house the other day, and you walk in, you can smell the cigarettes and everything they've been. It stunk in there, but you know. That's not an ideal situation, but God doesn't call us to ideal situations. He calls us into situations that put us in those moments. And I think sometimes we need to put ourselves in those moments. Yeah. Like, one thing I love about Bryce Crawford is that he actively seeks out places where he knows people need to hear the gospel, which I love that. But before we get a little bit too preachy in here, we have our word of the day, which I'm doing it now.
And before we do our word of the day, quit touching your bike.
Oh, my fault. It's just normal. We need to get the arms.
That's why I like to fidget with my hands in front, because I will be quick to grab it.
All right. But today's word of the day.
Don't piss me off for it.
I'm going to have Google say it, actually.
It's a bad song.
Antiquísimo.
That's not even English.
Antiquísimo.
That's not English. That's Japanese. That was on Nihao Kailan. Actually, that's Korean.
It's not Korean. It's actually...
It's not English. That's from over the waters.
I looked up Spanish words. So, antimicino. Anticamisino.
And.
Antiquísimo.
What's it mean?
Very old or ancient.
I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you because I know why you did that.
Trey's birthday's coming up, and he is getting a year older.
I'm sensitive with that old word right now. I don't like that old word.
You getting up there.
I'm not getting up there. I'm 23.
Hey, at least you're not 24 yet.
Hey, they say 23 is the new 97. If y'all don't see Rhett in that chair next episode, it's because I threw him out the window. Yeah. Very old and ancient is crazy.
Yeah. I looked up Spanish words that mean old, but not like big Spanish words that mean old. Antimicino.
That's French. That's Spanish.
Muy bien. Antimicino.
Malo. That means no good in Spanish. But while I take care of Rhett, I'm going to let him get a head start and run. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 9. We actually have a lot of surprises coming up for y'all, so stay tuned in. And remember, don't quench your spirit, but drink Spirit Quencher Rocky Road juice. Coming to a store nowhere near you.
Facts. Let us know about 2K and everything y'all want to see and everything y'all do. Strive to be like Christ.